Here we go. What's up, fellas? It's the Beer League podcast, Beer League Beauties podcast, sponsored by Gladiator Energy. If you haven't tried it, dude, you got to go try this. This is my energy drink. Me and my buddy, we just created it. It's a healthy energy drink, so I'll have to send you out some.
Yeah,
Uh,
you gotta send me some.
yeah, Vermont. So you're in Noah Khan's country, huh?
Yeah, I love his music. Oh my God, it's all over the place over here. It's everywhere.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah.
I was like, who is this guy? This guy sucks. And then I listened to his music, and
Yeah.
I'm still listening to the same. It's Stick Seasons, right?
Yeah, that's actually our game winning that's our winner song, in the locker room.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's played every time. So it's all in my head. It's already in there. I can already hear the music come playing. Yeah. Uh,
It's the season of the sticks.
yeah.
So that's the win song, huh?
Yeah, that's the one song.
Nice. So you guys like screaming it in the locker room, or like
Oh,
kind of
yeah,
just
we're screaming at least a minute of it. Just all in a circle, just the boys, and we're just bringing out the spirit, the passion, and it's awesome. It's definitely great.
fucking right?
Yeah.
That's awesome. I didn't think that could be a win song, but you know, I
Hey,
guess
we make it the best we could with
there you
our with
go.
our beautiful voices.
That's unreal. So, is your last name Lombardi?
Yeah, Lombardi. Yep.
Green Bay Packers, baby.
Yeah, my dad's actually a Packers fan too, so we're not related at all
Yeah,
whatsoever. I've got so many times. I'm like, no, not at all. We're not even related.
nice.
Too many times.
Have you been to a Green Bay Packers?
No, no, I want to though. I'm from Canada, so it's tough to go see like NFL games, but we watch it always on TV.
Nice.
So it's kind of nice.
Yeah, I can tell by the accent. I mean,
Yeah,
at least you're not. Are you Quebec at all? Like, do you have Quebec?
I mean, I am from Quebec, but I'm completely on the English side. Like I'm not even close to like I have to speak French, obviously, just to get around. But I mean, I'm completely on the English side towards in that province. So
Yeah.
yeah,
I was gonna say super good English. I can't even
yeah.
tell you freaking Canadian. I've had some guys where it's like they can't speak a thing on my team of English. It's nuts.
Yeah, we have a couple of Euros here, so sometimes the language barriers are just insane. I just cannot understand anything, and
You're
it's
screaming.
just
You're
yeah,
just
they're just screaming. It's awesome.
It's got
Uh,
to just be pure skill. Like they just know the game. It's
yeah, it's really just a passion in those guys. Like they've played it since they were so young, right? Even us Canadians, we've played it since we were young too. Like it's like our breed, It's like
yeah,
our thing.
yeah. You breathe hockey.
Yeah, yeah, we breathe hockey, man.
It's in the blood. So, do you play Boston College, right? I mean,
Yeah, we played Boston College. Yeah, we haven't played them this year though.
oh, really?
Yeah, not yet.
Why is that? I thought you guys are Hockey East.
Yeah, it's just because I guess just the schedule. I think we're playing them three times and BU too. We're playing them three times, but it's on the lower. It's kind of like later on,
Oh,
towards like the end of season, like getting ready for playoffs. I'm kind of seeing. Um, yeah,
they'll be going at that
yeah.
point. You guys will too be.
You know what though? Like honestly, it's awesome to play against them because they don't hit at all. So it's like the softest game ever. And it's just like it's awesome to play against them just because you could use like your creativity and stuff like that. So you don't have to really like have your head up and stuff like that. It's just
Wow,
more
that's
like,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. It's just a soft game. They hate
And
to hit, they hate to get hit, and we just enjoy that.
you guys like a gritty team? Like, do you guys go out and hit?
We yeah, we have a gritty team. But we definitely have a lot more skill this year. We brought a lot more skill and honestly, like it shows on the record, even though like the improvement we had from last year was insane. Like last year, I mean, I came in at Christmas last year. I came in a little earlier, but apparently last year in the beginning it was just terrible. Like it wasn't going their way. I mean, stuff wasn't going their way. Reps weren't going their way, but we started to see like a change now, so it's kind of nice.
So you came in. When did you come in?
Yeah, I was supposed to. be here this year. I was supposed to be a freshman this year,
Yeah.
but I was playing in the BCHL, and when I got committed there, I the coach like 2 weeks later said you're coming in now at Christmas, and I'm like, holy shit, that's
Oh,
wow, okay. I was like, whoa, man, whoa, and I was like, this it's a great opportunity, you know. Yeah, sure, I'll come. Yeah, fuck yeah, I'll fucking come.
nice, dude. I
Yeah,
mean,
man.
I guess you just took it. So did you have a whole nother? Are you in '02?
I am an O2, yeah.
Okay. So so you could have had that whole year of junior hockey.
Yeah. But I was just like, you know what? You don't see this every day. I'm like, like holy shit, yeah, why not? I'll take the opportunity, see what's gonna go on over there. And even though I lose like half a year, I don't know, it's just belief that maybe I could do something with it.
Yeah. I mean, if
Yeah,
he believes in you and he wanted you right away,
exactly. Yeah,
that means something. It's
yeah,
always the best, to have someone that believes in you and tells you.
exactly.
Um, so here's a quick question. Did you have any college offers, right out of, at 18? I guess that's fresh out of high school, right? Do you have any?
Yeah. Well, honestly, I was late. I was a late bloomer. I didn't grow till I was like 18. And honestly, those are most of the college guys are like that, well, most of them. And I played at Salisbury School, so it was a very like competitive school and like very well known, and we're like one of the top in the country in prep school. And every single player on my team was committed, like literally every single player. And even though it was an awesome experience, you got a lot of you know uh, eyes on you and stuff like that, and it was kind of nice to see that experience going. But at 18 years old, I didn't get anything. Like it was just mostly D3 schools. But then when I went to junior hockey, that's where a lot of stuff started to come.
Yeah, because I mean, the BC is like equivalent to like the USHL.
Exactly. Yes. Yeah.
You think? Yeah. So
Yeah.
you're getting all those looks. Oh,
Hmm.
fuck, I was gonna say something. Um, but yeah, did you like what Division 3 schools did you have looking at you?
I like Middlebury, Hamilton. What else? I think that was it basically. But I wasn't. I was just like, you know what? Maybe I don't think I'm a D3 player. It's just not my game, and I'll take another year to work it out and stuff like that. Um, Especially with my agent, he was just like, no, we're not taking that. No, you know. But yeah. So it's good to have that belief, that confidence and stuff like that. But yeah, no, it's that junior hockey experience was definitely good to have.
Nice. And I mean, Hockey East, it's no fucking joke. It's like boom, you're right into the fire.
Yeah,
It's fucking
it is that conference is fucking nuts. It's so hard to score goals, man, in that conference because those games are so rough. It's like balance. It's a balanced game. It's not just offense. It's not just defense. It's just all combined, and it's so tough to play in that league. And you see those scores, right? It's like 2-1 games, 1-0 games.
yeah.
It's so tough. It's crazy.
Yeah. So I saw that goal. It's you selling like this. You're doing
Yeah,
something.
yeah,
That was pretty cool. So you sent me that picture, but then I also saw that video. Uh,
yeah,
you guys were playing Clarkson, right?
exactly. Yeah,
So can you bring me through that moment? That goal, the celly, the goal, everything.
yeah. I mean, it was just a 4-on-4, right? Just off a face off. I'm like, fuck, I lost the face off. Whatever. I'll just go and try to take the puck back, and they broke out. But I just had a good back check, and obviously my D man, the good poke by him. He had a good poke check, and it just led me to a 1-on-1, and I had a lot of speed, and I kind of just saw that he thought I was gonna go wide, but I was just like, fuck that, and I just went in the middle, put it through his stick. I saw the triangle, so I was like, you know what, I'll just do that. But then I actually thought of going backhand. I was gonna go backhand at first, but I saw the goalie was cheating way too. He was cheating. So I was just like, no, you know what? I'm just gonna put a bar down, and it happened like that. I was like, wow, it happened so fast. But now I could think about it again, and it's just like I was actually thinking those things. It's kind of cool.
Yeah, that seems crazy that you can think, in that short amount of time, all those things in
Yeah,
hockey. You know,
exactly. Yeah, and it's just split seconds too. It's a millisecond, like it's just right there, and it's awesome. It's kind of cool. I like right now I can backtrack that and actually think of what I was thinking.
yeah, that's crazy. And so with, going through the triangle, is that
Yeah.
muscle memory or is it just, hey, I'm a fucking skill player? What is it?
I think it's just both, right? Like just being a skill player is having that confidence and trusting your abilities, right? And then I think that's what it comes down to when if you're a skill player or not.
Yeah,
Like it's just trusting that you could do that. And obviously muscle memory plays a part too, right? Like all the summer training, all the drills you do in the summer, right? It's just it plays a key role in that. But having that confidence and that skill level to do those things is also plays a key part.
nice, nice.
Yeah.
What's your routine like as a Division 1 hockey player? What do you do to, train?
Yeah. I mean, usually we have classes from 8 to like 10:30 maybe, and then our off ice is around 11. It just depends. Maybe some days at 11 and 11:45 would be our off ice schedules, and we do like an hour. And then at 1 o'clock around 1:30, we have like a team meeting, just like video of how our next opponent's going to play, and just a little video of how they would play against us and how we could use that to um, like find a way to win those games, those crucial games that we need. And and then we have practice, and usually practice around maybe an hour or so, sometimes 45 minutes, just to get the legs moving and trying to get that muscle memory right of what to do in those times in those instances. So and then you get right back to class after that. It's sometimes they're like literally 30 minutes after, and it's tough. Those are tough, but you got to build a schedule that goes around, um, and it has to be a good schedule because it's tough. It is tough.
Yeah, it is
Yeah.
really tough with the school, dude.
Oh my God, it is so tiring sometimes. It's just like, wow, wow. I mean, I love doing this, but it's just too much sometimes.
I will not lie. I do use a little bit of Chat GBT.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I've used that to help me a lot. I'm not gonna lie to you.
No, it does help. It'll help you. You put in your essay and
Yeah. I mean, if because obviously being a D1 player too, you need to go to bed early because you're grinding every day. Like it's tough on the body, it's tough on the mind too. You gotta have that place where you could just relax, and that's the time of sleeping. Even just like an hour, going before bed. Just watching like TV or hanging out with the boys. It's just something to just take away from school and hockey. Um, but yeah, that plays a key role for sure.
yeah. And what time are you in bed at?
Usually around like 11, I would say. 11 is a good time. And then I wake up at like 8 o'clock, just because since I didn't, well, this semester I didn't have any 8 o'clocks, so I had 9:30. So it was kind of nice for me to build that schedule around that time. So I got a lot of sleep in, but usually around 11, 10:30, at 10:30 I'd be in bed. 11 I'd try to sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's super hard getting to bed and like shutting the eyes.
Yeah.
But so for you, you've been in college hockey for, it's 2 years, right?
But
Almost.
it's basically 2 years. I'd say it's like a year and a half.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that first year you walked in and so I'm gonna talk about like the gear part.
Yeah.
In the BCHL, I know they're sponsored by Bauer.
Yep.
Um, you walk into Vermont, you get all Bauer stuff, right? When
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
and so you guys switched to CCM. What would you like better, CCM or Bauer?
Oh, God, that's tough, man. Oh, I mean, I've always been a Bauer guy. I love Bauer, but honestly, like CCM's not that bad. I actually kind of like CCM now. I mean, obviously because I'm using it, but having that that last year I had Bauer and now we switched to CCM. It's just, I'm like thinking about, I'm like, actually, I kind of like CCM now. It's
Nice.
just maybe just the sticks though. The sticks sometimes are just whippy, but you gotta get used to it though. Like
Um,
going from Bauer, obviously, but
what do you think about the pop? Does pop and having a stiff blade to get that shot off? Do you care about that?
yeah, having that pop, yeah, I usually go for like quick releases. So you gotta have that pop, right? Sometimes though, like for CCM sticks, the blade it loses its pop very, very easily. That's the only thing I would say about that. And Bauer would be kind of good actually. Like they had like strong sticks, strong, but I feel like the feel of CCM was is better.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's me doing freaking getting like retail sticks, but I
Yeah.
feel like, Bauer, you go buy a Bauer retail stick and
Yeah.
you lose the pop on it, and then the CCMs are actually better.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's like they make them different at the division one level,
I
you
mean,
know.
it's just like getting them customized, right? We have our own specs. I feel like that's the only difference. I mean, other than that, I think it's pretty much the same, like the same pop, same everything. It's just specs, stick specs, like what grip you want, what curve, what flex. It's just how short, how if you want an extra like extension on your stick. I feel like that's like the only difference towards it.
Yeah. What are your specs? What do you use?
Well, right now I'm like juggling around. I got like a P29 for which is like a P92 for Bauer, right?
Yeah.
I got that, but I'm also gonna try. There's like a Kucherov curve where it's like more of like a P28 of Bauer,
Yeah.
but it's like a mix of P28 and P92. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, that's called the
Yeah,
90 TM, dude.
is it?
Unreal.
Yeah, dude. I'm gonna try it because man, I was realizing that I need to take more shots, and maybe that's gonna force me to take shots with using a shooting curve a little bit.
Yeah, because you get like the curve of the P28 where it's like a kind of a banana.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. But there's less toe. That's the
Yeah,
only thing. There's less like curve on the toe.
yeah,
But yeah. I've heard it's great, and obviously I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna see how I feel about it.
nice. Yeah, I
Yeah.
I used it. I loved it, and I've been all.
Hmm.
Uh,
Yeah.
what about you? Have you used anything other? Have you used like the Patty Kane curve at all?
I never use a Patty King curve. That curve is just way too straight. That is
Yeah,
no. I wouldn't be able to stick handle with that thing or shoot or anything. Maybe the backhand sauces or the backhand like shovels would be nasty, but
oh, yeah,
I don't know. I don't know about the rest though.
yeah. So all right, I'm gonna ask you. I know I'm kind of going, asking you. I'm going 88,
Yeah, no, yeah, keep going.
but so I know your schedule, at school. But
Yep.
as a Division One athlete, what do you do in the summertime for your training?
Usually, man, summer is different. I mean, summer usually they have about a month at Vermont where they schedule timing for. They bring our trainer in at Vermont, and we usually do an off ice around the same times that like we would do at school.
Hmm.
But it would obviously be very hard. Like it's terrible. Even in the summer when it's hot, oh my God, you're sweating your ass off. It's terrible. Oh my God. But it's definitely hot and it's definitely hard in the workouts. And then we do like a very hard skate. So we have like a month of that. And usually like people would stay at their apartments or their dorm rooms. And they actually the school allows it, so they know it's gonna happen during that time of the month. And but if you're not doing that, usually most people do that instead of the Euros don't do it just because they're back home. Like they don't have to come here for a month, right?
Yep.
Just the people that are from the states or from Canada that could do it. It's not mandatory, but it's kind of a good time to just get to know the new freshmen, the new guys that are here, and get that morale going.
Nice.
Um, but I mean, mostly for me, I would do that for maybe like 2 weeks, but then I go home back in the summer and do my own thing. Like kind of wake up at like 5:30, go for an off ice at 6 o'clock, and then do like two skates after that. So it's kind of busy. It's a busy schedule for sure.
Sweet man. The
Yeah.
grind.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a grind, man. It's a grind.
You got to learn to love it though.
Oh no, I come on. I've loved it. I loved it since I was like 3 years old, man. I loved it, man.
It's
The
unreal.
sport is awesome, man.
So you'll get some people that complain about it, but it's like, dude,
Yeah.
when
I mean,
you
honestly, like during the time though, during the time, sometimes you're like, fuck, why I gotta do this, man? Like, but after that, you just get that joy. You're just like, fuck, I did it, eh? I did it.
yep, it
Yeah.
pays off. You know?
Yeah, it moves off, yeah.
Yes. Um, so for you, your time in Division One hockey, um, what is the craziest atmosphere in Division One hockey? Like the worst fans, maybe the worst place to go.
I would say honestly, our barn is insane. Like crazy. I would have to say that, but like the student section's awesome. And obviously being like an old rink, he's got a lot of history in it. So got a lot of wins in that barn. But it's just a great atmosphere, like having a lot of fans. It's awesome. They're loud, super loud. They're all into it. And it's just a great place to play in, and I love it. But I would say though, the best atmosphere I've ever had all of my 2 years or a year and a half that I've been here is main playoffs. The main atmosphere, holy fuck, dude. We were skating in. It was like it's a one game, right? Just playoff game. And we're skating for warm-ups. And it's a packed barn already. I mean, obviously it's playoffs, but still though, it was the best atmosphere I've ever like been a part of. And it's just like, and their student section is like, because their rink is built over you since it's an older rink too. So their student section is basically like over you talking to you, and they're just ripping chirps. It's awesome. Like it's crazy. I'm just looking up. I'm like, what the fuck, man? This is awesome. And even though it was like at first it's scary. You're scared. You're like, please don't lose an edge or something because they're the nerves that are going into that barn are insane. Just because the crowd in the student section is just ripping you apart, it's just nuts. But no, honestly though, we were lucky that we won, right? Or we would have got booed all the way back to Vermont. But I mean, but I mean the crowd was definitely shut after we won that. They were super silent. They weren't liking it at all. But it was definitely a great atmosphere though. It was the best fans I've ever you know I've best rink I've been played at for.
Wow, that's awesome to hear. I mean,
Yeah, yeah. I could keep going on with it. It was awesome, man.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
even though you're against it, being away, but having that, it's kind of like honestly, kind of having that attention. It was a negative attention, but obviously it was just like, holy shit, man! This college hockey, this is crazy.
it's nuts.
Yeah.
So you know what the negative attention feels like, but when you get the positive attention at your
Oh,
barn. So tell me about your barn and how it is.
our barn, like I said, it's an older barn, a lot of history towards it, so the school plays like a lot of pride into it. And like for our school, it's everyone loves hockey here. We since we don't have a pro team here, right? Everyone like locally like comes around, and so like our barn is packed every night. It's nuts. I love playing at this barn, and since there's so much history towards it, you know what to play for, right? And our student section is awesome. It's just a loud night, but it's probably the best nights that coming in here and study here and obviously play hockey. So it's awesome here.
Nice. Um,
Yeah.
is it geez, I'm trying to think of a good question. Um, so you guys got like the huge bleacher section. Is that strictly just student section?
So all the way down to their away side, so like basically their goaltending side is all student section.
Oh wow.
That's literally all student section, and they're just ripping them apart. It's awesome. But when we score, it goes nuts. It
Yeah.
goes nuts, and it's awesome, man.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
You guys got like the goal horn and stuff.
It's such a good experience, man. Like the fans are just insane, and we love it. We love. We're not even stressed about it. We just love it.
Yeah. Um, So your first game at Vermont, did you get nervous at all?
At first, I was just having that jump, right? Like it was basically just getting traded, I would say, because I came at Christmas, right? It was just like, oh shit, I'm actually going to college, right? And I played my first game, like literally the first weekend, and it was definitely nerve wracking at like maybe the first five shifts, but then it got way better, and I got the flow into it. And I actually played very good for my first game, and it just played towards like the season stuff like that.
Nice, dude. Uh,
Yeah,
yeah, that first game to get rid of that first game like nervousness is the best. You know.
yeah. Once you're used to it, you get the flow, and it feels great.
Yeah. And are you close with your coach?
Yeah, I'm very close to my coach. Like, I mean, the coach that committed me, flew out to British Columbia and actually met with me to
Oh,
commit me. So I was like, holy shit, that's kind of cool, man. Like I was you didn't you could have just called me, right? Like you don't have to come you have to come like face to face with me and say you're coming in. It was nuts. Yeah. It was just like very shocking.
that's cool to hear.
Yeah.
I do got to say I've had a lot of podcasts.
Yeah.
I've had 30, 31 now, and I remember the last person I said, "Hey, this is the best podcast," but I'm switching. This is it. This
That's
is
the
good
best
hockey.
podcast.
This is
Good.
good
Yeah,
hockey.
that's awesome. Yeah.
You definitely got a lot of hockey knowledge, and it's cool hearing about Hockey East because that's the best
hmm
hockey in college.
It's it's probably honestly, I'm gonna say it. It's definitely the best hockey conference. It's the hardest one for sure.
Oh yeah, fuck yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
UNH, dude. You got fucking UMass Lowell. You got your
Yep.
team. You got all the big dogs, dude.
We got all the big dogs, man. It's hard, especially BU, BC. It's tough.
Yeah.
But honestly though, it's the best ones though because they're soft. So
Well, if you had a team to pick for,
yeah.
who do you like better, BU or BC? Who's better to play?
God, to play against or like play for
Maybe play against and for.
against.
What's that? Yeah.
Uh God, that's tough, man. I mean BC. I think I go for BC just because playing at their rink, it's a beautiful rink. The lighting, the stands, and it's packed most of the time. So they got a good crowd too.
Yeah.
But I think BC would be a good spot to play for. Playing with that history too, a part of it.
Nice,
So I think that would be the best spot for college
nice, dude.
between those two. Yeah.
If when you guys go to play BC, you look up in the rafters. My grandfather is Jim Logue. If you
No
look up,
way.
so
Holy
next time
shit.
you're playing there, go look up in the rafters and you'll
I
see.
will, man.
Yeah,
I will. I'll let you know too. I'll text you about it.
yeah, it's just something when you're looking up in warm ups, dicking
That's
around.
that's kind of nice. That's kind of cool, man. I don't know. That's kind of awesome.
Hopefully, I don't ask the guy a lot to get tickets. I haven't done that
Yeah.
since young, but maybe when you play, maybe I'll pop out, try to come out.
Yeah, sure, man. Yeah, yeah. Let me know.
Yeah. So can you give us a tour of, what your rink looks like? The locker room. Do you guys have training facilities?
Yeah, so when you walk in, there's gonna be obviously left and right, but mostly it's kind of like a bleacher kind of thing. It's like the old bleachers, but then there's an underground underneath the bleachers, and you kind of walk down and kind of like an alley, and then you would turn right. Obviously, and that would be our room next to the benches. So obviously going down, you would go straight down the ice. So when you go in, you would kind of see it's because we got a brand new locker room too. It was actually this was our first year using it, and it's fully designed. Everything we got our logo up top of the room. It's just it's it's a very nice room. It's very very nice, and we have like a lounge too. So we have a TV, nice couches too with our logo on it, a coffee machine. We got everything basically. It's all nice, all and then around like the lounge too, there's like wrapping of our championships, a lot of memories. of older people too, that like Patrick Sharp and Tim Thomas and stuff like that. They came through the program. And then we have near our lounge, we have our stalls for our dry gear, our socks and stuff like that. Um, and then usually we would go upstairs for off ice, and it's a big room. It's definitely a big gym room. A lot of stuff around there. It's mostly all the teams use it. Mostly all the D1 teams use it, like basketball and stuff like that. But usually when we're in there, it's all to ourselves. So it's kind of nice.
Sweet, dude.
Yeah, man.
It's a D1 hookup, baby. It's sick.
Yeah, it's awesome, man. When I first visited, it was awesome.
Nice. And so you guys just got that new locker room.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that. You'll have to send
Yeah,
me
I'll
video.
definitely send you videos on it. Yeah, I'll for sure send it.
Yeah. Nice. So my last two questions of the night. Do
Yeah.
you have any superstition stupid fuck, I can't say it. Superstitions.
Superstitions.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I do. I usually would make a protein shake, like or my special protein shake, usually at the dorms. Like I'd put like oat milk and my protein powder and some peanut butter to kind of make that protein shake. Then obviously I wouldn't shower anything, nothing. I just put my suit on, that's it. I wake up, after my nap. So my nap is usually like 20 minutes, nothing special, just to get a little cat nap, a little energy booster. And then I would walk to the rink with three of the guys at 4:20 because usually we have to be there at 5. At 4:20, three of us go down, and we walk down with our music, get all focused up. And once I'm in the room, I'm in my dry stall, I take off, like my suit and everything, and I go for a quick cold shower. I would say maybe like 10 minutes. And then after take my sticks, tape everything, have a little video with the coaches, our pregame video, and then we would go upstairs for some off ice. But we got to play like 2 games of sewer before we go for off ice. So, but we get like basically you get a little pump. Like we just do like maybe a light jump, like jumps with weights, like trapdoor jumps, throwing the med balls. It's just something to get you pumped up for and get you warmed up for before you go on the ice. So it's a quick little sweat. And then I would just, when I'm done, I would run down, usually like a little jog through because our whole like upstairs is like a maze. So you go down, you cut corners and stuff like that. So, it's a little, it gets you a little agile and get you a little ready. And then I would go on the bench and kind of visualize what I'm doing on the ice. Just a little visualization is always good. And then I get around the room and go on the ice and do a little bit more than that, like kind of going for stretches and my team would put like the puck through me, like stick count around me and stuff like that. So, and then I do like a little Michigan after that. So to end off the warm up.
Oh
So
yeah. Oh, Betsy action. You see that last couple nights ago, Betsy?
yeah. Holy
Oh,
shit, man. That's awesome, man. That was a great look. Oh,
so you practice your mishies if you ever need it?
yeah. Sometimes why not? After practice, just gotta practice a little bit. Never
Okay.
know.
Who
Never
knows?
know, man. Who knows when you're gonna use it, but it's in the toolbox. So
I hope I see that on Sports Center top 10.
yeah,
Lombardi does the fucking mission. Fuck.
you'll see that. You'll see that. I promise you that. I'll do it someday.
No, no, we're the 4 years that you got. But we are gonna wrap up here. I got to upgrade to get more time, but it's literally less.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah.
Great
Oh, well.
podcast, bro. Thank you for jumping on.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah, I'm gonna end it right now, but can I
Yeah.
give you a call on Instagram for a second?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right. I'll ask you a couple more questions and that's it.
All right, perfect. Yeah.
All right. See ya.